Okay, we are back. We are on Piers's ship. At last, I'm back on my ship. Finally, I can return to my beloved Lemuria. Wait there a moment. He's got that black orb that we just got back for him. To set sail, we must go down to the power chamber below decks. Let's head down. Alright, the Lemurian ship. So, I think when we first came by this ship, we thought it was Satros's and Minardi's, the ones that we had come, or Felix and Jenna and had traveled on with. Wait, did they? I don't know. Maybe they didn't. But yeah, they thought it was their ship, but it really wasn't. There we go. Clear that poison. Oh yeah, so the main thing about this ship, we're going to see, it's kind of a little dungeon here, is it's infested with these aqua jellies. And when we beat them, they turn into these little puddles of water, which we can then frost. So I actually need to set that shortcut. Whoops. That's casting it. But I'm going to want to cast that a lot, so there we go. Shortcut set. I got poisoned again. There we go. So let's go ahead, hop across here. And we got a potion. Oh my gosh, what's going on? My D-pad is something fiddly. Okay, so this room we shouldn't have to actually fight all these monsters if we just select the ones that we need to fight. So we can't go up because this guy's just not lined up right. But I believe this is the only one we can jump onto from the platform above us. There we go. 3 hits with some unleashments involved. And I think we'll just need to take out this other guy so we can just hop straight across. I don't think any of the other ones would help us at all. I mean, we could jump up and right, but that's not going to get us anywhere. So yeah, pretty sure that's the only combination we can use. And I like the idea of these shortcuts. I think I've said that a bunch of times already, but this dungeon in particular, you're never going to need to come down here again. So really, the shortcut is completely unnecessary. And this room, I think we're going to need to fight everyone. So, since I think we're going to have a lot of some time here to talk, I think a talking point I want to bring up on this episode is related to RPGs. It has to do with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I haven't played it. I've looked up reviews and trailers for it to consider if it's something I want to get. And right now I don't think I do. And the reason for that, I guess I should say I've played Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and X. I did not play 2, primarily because of the characters. It did not seem like it was going to be the kind of game I wanted to play. Because I really liked X. I guess mostly because it's like an open world type thing, but I also think Xenoblade X was kind of my first real big open world RPG. And, I mean, I think I played Xenoblade Chronicles 1 before. But, yeah, I totally did. But Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is not quite as open world as X is. Xenoblade 1, it's really kind of, the dungeons are very large. Like, you can't go to areas necessarily out of order, but they just have very large dungeons that have a bunch of stuff you can find in them, and side quests that take place in them. So, in that, it's kind of open, but it's more like just really big dungeons rather than an actual open world kind of thing. Whereas Xenoblade X, I'm pretty sure you can go anywhere you want in that game from the start, provided you can survive. So, I mean, the gatekeeping method in that game is simply there are some really tough monsters in the areas ahead, but even if you get a game over, I'm pretty sure it just like takes you back to the last quick save. Like, it doesn't like boot you to the title screen or anything. That would be terrible. To just, you know, because I think the game kind of encourages you to explore, and if there's like a really tough monster in this area, then sure, you have to back off, but I don't think you're like forbidden from going anywhere, really. But both games do have tons of side quests, and I think Xenoblade 3 basically looks like more of that. Oh, the two major things I think deterred me from wanting to get Xenoblade 3 was, one, the side quests are pretty much the same as always. The review that I watched kind of mentioned that a lot of it was like fetch quest type stuff, so like in so much so that it felt like it was disrespecting your time as a player. Like, this really isn't worth your time to do, but you kind of have to do it to get stuff. Or it's not fun to do, I should say, but you have to do it in order to like progress and be better in the game and stuff. I mean, that's kind of a fault of RPGs, is that they are so numbers heavy. So completing quests and getting better equipment is kind of key to doing a lot of things in most RPGs. But the other thing was basically the writing sounded like it was still like cornball cheesy, kind of like most JRPGs are. Let's see, what can I do to this guy? So yeah, basically it didn't seem like an advancement of the genre, which is kind of where I'm at right now, I think. I don't think I really want to get into new RPGs unless they really advance the genre. Uh-oh. This guy is really hitting me hard. I guess I should be healing. Actually, he should heal himself. She can summon Megara? Actually, I need to plan this out a little bit. Oh, we haven't seen Moloch yet, so we can watch that. That'll be neat. Go ahead and watch Megara again, just for fun. It's also gonna raise my attack. That's nice. Gonna heal. Here's Moloch. Giant like bear thing that breathes ice on it. Of course it's resistant to water. I guess I should be picking out something different. Where do I want to go with this next? Oh, he should still be healing, I think. She probably should not be doing anything crazy. Let's go ahead and have her do that. And I guess he'll heal. Oh, right. Got stunned. That's really convenient. So, if anyone out there watching this has played Xenoblade Chronicles 3, let me know. Am I right? Is that right? Is that a right evaluation of the game, that there's a lot of fetch quests, and I hear the characters are really nice. It's just, I guess the dialogue itself is kind of cliche and cheesy. But let me know in the comments if that's right or not. Because right now I'm planning to not get the game because of it. Those two things, mainly. Let me see. I guess she should be summoning? Seeing how he's still paralyzed, I think I will heal. Kind of build myself up while I have the opportunity. You know, going into this, I was thinking the ship dungeon. Oh, I guess I didn't plan that one out too well. I had both Felix and Pier's heal the same target. I think I was expecting this to be actually a longer dungeon, which it actually wasn't too long. Seeing how we're... no, I don't want to do... Earth stuff. Sure, let's go ahead and use that. But yeah, I guess this dungeon's a little bit shorter than I thought. There was only like 3 or 4 rooms, really, of like dungeon stuff to do. It's a pretty short dungeon. I guess it just feels longer sometimes. Maybe I try to go after all the squids when I don't have to. Let's go ahead and speed up any other animations we got going here. But yeah, I guess it's good that it's a short dungeon. In fact, I think short dungeons themselves are fairly good overall. Like, I think this game has short dungeons primarily because it's a handheld title. I think that just kind of goes with the territory that they think they need to have stuff in really short bursts. But I think that's actually pretty good design for most games. In fact, I think that's kind of what makes this a pretty good RPG, is that there isn't a whole lot of, I mean, there's not like really side quests where you do fetch stuff. It's mostly just going through dungeons that are all relatively short. Nothing really overstays its welcome except the four rocks. The 4 rocks. Ares Rock we've done already. Like, I think I mentioned it before too, that one does feel... It is longer than most other dungeons. But I guess they do that to try to be more monumental of a thing. Like, they're more important dungeons, so they're longer. I guess that's kind of a good rule of thumb, actually. Like, how important is this dungeon to the story? That should be, like, scaled to how important... or how long the dungeon is. I don't know if I said that, if that came out right. How long the dungeon is should scale to how important it is to the story. And obviously it has to be, the dungeon design also has to be well paced in order to not wear out its welcome at the same time. Okay. How did all these monsters get on board? I could swear I locked the door when I left. It doesn't matter. Once we get this ship moving, I'm sure they'll all jump ship. Okay, now I must set the black orb in this pedestal. And there we go. We are now sailing and have a ship. Take the tiller, Felix. If you hope to reach Lemuria, you'll have to learn a few things about handling a ship. I think we ought to sail to the Eastern Sea, and I think we ought to sail the Eastern Sea until you get the hang of it. Kraden, shouldn't we be heading straight for Lemuria? Well, I suppose if we have to learn to sail, it's better to do it sooner than later. Then I want to go to Lalivero and Tolby. Oh, and Vale. Can we go to Vale? I'd love to see your hometown, Jenna. Shall we? Let's do it. Let's go to Vale. No. I'm with Felix. I don't think that would be a wise course of action. Come now, why not? Think about the roads we have to travel to get where we are. I can't. I was never any good at geography. Then allow me to explain. The coastline of Angara, the continent in which Vale lies, is surrounded by rocky cliffs. Oh, you don't think Piers's boat could land there? And as for Gondwyn, I would guess the people from Lalivero are looking for us. He's right. Satchos and Minardi went a little wild in Lalivero, and you were all with them. Oh, but Sheba can explain the situation for us. Farron and the Laliverans would understand, I'm sure. And then they'd make me stay in Lalivero. Would you just leave me there, Felix? Oh yeah, maybe that wouldn't be such a good idea after all. Then it's decided. What's decided? The sea is vast. We can go wherever we please. So let's explore a bit, Felix. That's a great idea. We've already met werewolves and discovered new synergy. I'm sure there's even more out there waiting for us to find it. Wow, this is going to be great. The seas can be quite dangerous. It won't be my fault if something happens, Kraden. To the open seas, Felix. Okay, so I think what we are going to do first is we're going to head over to here. There is a village and a dungeon. I think that's where we want to go next. Oh yeah, and we have unique battle music for being on top of the ship. Let's see, will the storm ray take out one of those? Nope. But I can take them all out. Second hit. So yeah, we are just going to be cruising around. We can press L to zoom out just like normally on the world map. But we are going to have to call this... no, we still got some time. It's like 16 minutes now. So we can keep going a little further. At least until we get to our destination. We'll see what time it is. Can determine whether or not we do anything in town. But right now, we are going to go here. This is a pretty neat part of the game where it's kind of like a section of open world. Because there's a bunch of different places we can go. And like there's stuff on like almost all these islands. And down here is where we're going to want to go eventually here. But yeah, you've got the option to travel around the area with the ship. This is kind of a neat, like, choose which place you want to go to next kind of thing. Let's see. Did I mention that the music is different, being on the ship? Sea battles just have their own battle music for some reason. It's kind of neat. Where are we? There we go. I don't want to lose sight of the coastline. We got to go all the way down here. Now we can dock on this land here. Any kind of beach we can land on. But I think we should instead... We're going to travel up the river. And yes, our ocean ship can travel along the river. The river is not so shallow that we can't do that. Here we go. We're going to take this all the way up to town. Oh, I guess we would have to, actually. And here we go. We can't cross the bridge with our ship, but we can go up here. Yallam. Okay, so this is an interesting little town. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and bust this into a shortcut. Because I think there might be some stuff in here, yeah. What is that? Elixir? Oh, that's worthless. Is there anything there? Oh, yeah, there is. It's just coins. Oh, do we have this? Did we get the cyclone ship? We did, didn't we? Yeah, it's right there. I'm blind. Okay, so the cyclone ship. Oh, we can go back to Kibombo and get the prize synergy from that dungeon from underneath the Kibombo statue. Now, I'm searching this place because I'm expecting there to be material stuff, and maybe I'm misremembering and there isn't any. Nothing in there. Okay, I'm just gonna stop searching. Let's let's go up here first. And yes, that is a log that we could use force on if we had that synergy. What's in here? Oil drop, nothing. Okay, so this is the forager guy. Want me to make you a little something special? Well, look at that. You went and you went to get some raw materials for me, didn't you? Right. When I saw those materials, I had to work, which needs my special attention. So these materials, like this tier stone, and do I have anything else? I might not. There's also rusty weapons we can find, but basically you can give him these things, and there's a selection of items that can possibly be made from it, and it is kind of random what he makes. It's just like a random draw of a selection of like 5 things or so per material. It's like that teardrop thing can be turned into like 5 or maybe 6 different things. The rusty weapons, when you bring them to him, he just fixes them up and they're set exactly what they're going to be. Here's the item you wanted. Now, about the payments. We only take cash. Is that alright with you? Sure, but they don't tell me like how much I'm paying or what I'm getting. Clear bracelet. So let's go ahead and, oh, it's a little better than what I've got. But yeah, that's the only material I have. I guess I was thinking there'd be more, or I'd have more by the time I got here. I guess that just leaves us with enough time to do some shopping. Let's go ahead and sell all this worthless stuff I got. I think I'll keep the potion, although I pretty much never use healing items in battle. Just a habit of not... I don't know. I mean, you don't need to. I guess that's the main thing. I think I talked about this in the previous episode, maybe in the first Golden Sun game, but these consumable items are just kind of... They're archaic design. I don't think they should be a thing. But because basically you don't know like when's the good time to use it, and once you use it, it's gone. So basically all healing should be something that's renewable, maybe on a slowdown, and that's actually kind of what Xenoblade Chronicles is like. Although there's not really a whole lot of healing moves in the game. Healing is kind of passively done by just doing good moves in battle. So yeah, that's kind of interesting about the series. I think these are all old things. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's a good thing about the Xenoblade series, is that there's not like a dedicated healer, so you don't have to like well, I mean, there are healers in the games. It's kind of, can't just say that there's no dedicated healers. Before we wrap up, I do want to point out that there is this clue here. If you talk to these kids, they will tell you about Yep's, the song, the one of the songs Yep wrote. So this is actually this is the way you get into Lemuria, is knowing this. You want to go to the stars, go north past the twins, passing 2 swirls, run Desil twice round the trunk. I don't know, is that a oh, hey, I'm in the line. Is that a nautical term? Haste without waste and head to the east, pass 3 to the north. There, run around thrice and wait for the waves. When they stop, run north and go to the stars. So this isn't quite like a passcode that you have to write down or memorize or anything. But if you just pay attention to the general activity of what they're doing, then you'll be able to figure out how to get into Lemuria. If you race full of folly and take the wrong way, you'll find yourself a watery grave. Do you want to hear the second children's... Oh, there's a second verse? No thanks. I get the idea. Okay. So that is the town. Next up, we are going to take a trip over to a swamp dungeon. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a couple days.